Hey, my name is Connie and welcome to Connie's Crafty Corner. This is the first video that I'm making and there's a lot of reasons that I want to do this, but the main reason is just to keep up with some of the projects I've been working on. I started crocheting a great deal at the end of 2000, I think it was 20. Yeah, we were in the pandemic. We had just went into another move. My husband's job has moved us around quite a bit since 2007. And I found myself with just nothing to do. I had been into YouTube, watching YouTube videos, mainly crime, channels and skincare for older women and makeup and that sort of thing. And I really was looking for something that was crafty. And I stumbled upon it really by accident. I was watching a lot of organizational videos, and because we were moving into another house and I wanted to find ways to maximize space. And for some reason there was a YouTube video pop up about making scrunchies. No, not scrunchies, scrubbies out of tulle. And I watched that and I thought, I could do that. That'd give me something to do. So I got online, ordered all the supplies. Didn't even own any crochet hooks or anything at the time. My history with crochet goes back, I'm 55 years old now, and when I was about 7 or 8, my dad's grandmother, well, no, let me rephrase that, my dad's mom, which was my grandmother, taught me how to chain stitch and single crochet, that sort of thing. I had no idea how to read a pattern. I had crocheted a little bit over the years. I remember I made a granny stitch baby blanket and maybe another granny was all I did because it's all I could do from memory because I had no idea how to read a pattern. So with that being said, I went and ordered all the supplies and I started making little nylon scrubbies. Loved it. It gave me something to do. It filled up my time. We were living in temporary housing at the time. I had none of my stuff. And what I had done before was make cards. I love to make cards, homemade cards where I painted, watercolored, alcohol markers, that sort of thing. So I had nothing to keep me busy. So I started doing that, and then I fell into the huge rabbit hole of crochet and knitting videos. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to help me so much because I can actually learn to make stuff without having to learn to read a pattern. And so I started doing that. And this was, like I say, October 2020. I have to go back. I told you guys a lie. It was probably around June of 2020 because we moved into our house September and I was already crocheting by then. But anyway, I learned to make several projects just by watching, people on YouTube. Of course, Crystal from Bag a Day, Jada and Stitches. Gosh, I can't remember who all else because I was just trying to devour as much as I could because it was just so exciting to me that I could actually learn to crochet something besides a granny square, which I do still love, but, and that led to my next obsession, yarn. I started buying, thinking that sale was going to be the last sale and it was going to be the last great, time I was going to get a great price on yarn. So I built up a huge collection of yarn. And I was just crocheting as much as I possibly could. But I didn't keep track of anything. I didn't keep track of the number of projects. I didn't keep up with what what crochet hook went with what yarn. And, I just crochet just for the pure love of doing something, of having something to do. Well, I started watching all these videos of people who, kept up with their projects and could look back and realize what they had done throughout the year. And I'm sorry if I'm not looking in this right, that I have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, with that being said, I thought this year I would start a YouTube channel so I could, instead of having to keep up with pictures and all that, I would just have, a visual of some of the things I've made. I am keeping a notebook of writing down the patterns, the yarn used, the needle or hook, because I have taken up knitting since I started watching YouTube. And, that type of thing. But I know that I'll get behind on taking pictures, so I thought this would be easier. So let me share a few of the things I've made since January 1st. I made a bunch of donation hats. I had so much of these Karen sprinkle cakes that I had gotten on sale. Had no idea what I was going to do with them. Didn't have enough really of one color to do exactly what I wanted to do. So I thought I'm just going to make a bunch of donation hats. So I used the colorway Dewberry Plum. I used, oh gosh, Purple Velvet. And I can't remember this one. It is, and I just shook my camera, I'm sorry. Blueberry Sprinkle. And I made a bunch of these. The pattern's called His Chunky Hat. Here's the other colorway. I love this one. This is probably my favorite. And then there is, nope, I'm sorry. This one was my favorite. This color. And I had made so many Afghans by the time I got to this project that I thought I don't need any more. I'm going to do something that I can give to other people. So I'm going to donate all these. Like I said, there's 8 in each color. I have no idea where I'm donating them. But I will find somewhere to donate them. Also, I thought I was going to make, my husband asked me to make him a hat. And I have an Addy knitting machine. So I went and I thought, well, this will be enough rows. This will not go on my poor husband's head. He does not have the smallest head in the world. It'll fit me, but it does not fit him. So, and this is Red Heart Super Saver. I think the name of it's Camouflage. I guess it don't look like that's how it's spelled. I don't really know how to spell camouflage. But I used an entire skein of this to make this hat. This hat. This is a Ross hat, but I added some kind of different decorative rows, which actually made the hat a little bit too big, so I don't suggest doing that. And then I made this little, I think it's a 3 to 6 month old hat. It is called the Easiest Worsted Hat, and it's the pattern for the, like I say, the 3 to 6 month. And then I have one more somewhere. Have no idea. Oh, I made the adult version of the Easiest Worsted Hat. This one fit my husband really well. In fact, he wears it at night if it gets cold now. It's because I'm menopausal and I don't let him turn the heat up too high. The next thing that I wanted to show you I've completed this month is, this is made with Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. And my daughter had mentioned she wanted something that was totally out of the ordinary for her, and she does not wear hot pink. So I thought, well, that's what I'll do. And these are called the Remy mittens. They're really cute. Well, of course, there's my hair on it, which gets on everything. They fit real well. She and I wear about the same size gloves. I wished I could say that about the rest of the clothes, but no. And then I made her a matching hat. It's the Remy hat. And I got this pattern off Etsy. I would say that I would link the pattern, but I have no idea how to do that. So just wanted to let y'all know where you can get it. You can get it off Etsy. And the person who did the pattern is Ruby Webs. I love this pattern. It was really pretty. And also, while I was doing it, we've got a lot of women in my family who are at the age they're probably going to start having babies in the next year or so. In fact, a couple of them have told me they want to start families. So I thought while I had enough yarn left over, I'd make a little toddler size with the little toddler mittens that I have just absolutely lost. But here's the toddler size hat. Oh, and here's the mittens. They don't have thumbs. This was super quick. And these are, like I say, the Remy mittens by Ruby Webs. I got the pattern. It is a paid for pattern. I got it off Etsy. Also, I had a whole bunch of this mandala thick and quick. You know what? I have just told y'all wrong. The hats that I made was the mandala quick and thick and quick. And this color is Garden Maze. And I used Pinwheel. And I used Begonia. That was for the hats. I am so sorry about that. And this is the Karen Sprinkle Cakes. This is just a V-stitch pattern. And I just had a cake of it left, and I wanted to make something that I could use up the whole cake. So I just thought I'll just start going, and when I run out, I'll turn it into an infinity scarf. And I really like it. It's really soft, squishy. It's warm. I love it. So with that, I keep looking at the wrong place. I know I am. Also with this yarn, I made an Afghan. Like I said, I've got way too many Afghans. And it's just the V-stitch pattern. I just used, I can't remember how many skeins I used on this one. I've got everything listed in grams because I want to see how many grams that I use up of my yarn at the end of the year. So, got that. And then I've got this blanket made out of mandala ombre. And I do not have the ball band for that. And I can't remember, I think it was Tranquil. I can't remember the name of it. But it's just a corner to corner. Is it called the moss stitch? I think it's the moss stitch. But this took forever. I mean forever. In my world, it took forever because, gosh, I sit and crochet a lot during the day. And this thing, I got so tired of it by the time I was done. I tried to keep the stripes in the order, the same order. And then I got to the end and I run out of this. So it has a big block without it, but I still think it's pretty. It's going to be a future baby blanket for somebody in my family. I don't know. Or it may be donated. Who knows? And then the next thing is I love the Happy Crafty Homemaker, Carrie Penny. And I watch everything she does. I love it. And she come out with this half circle eyelet shawl tutorial that I just love. I got addicted to it and I made as many as I could. And this is what I used with the Karen sprinkle cake. I'm so sorry about that, but this is the first one. Love it, love it, love it. This is the second one. I think this one, I don't remember which color this one was, but anyway, there's this one. Works up super quick, super fast. And then I used a Mary Maxim, the Aspen yarn, and I made another one. Now, I'm not going to keep all these. My mom is coming for a visit. She's probably going to stay for several weeks, and she is very cold-natured, so I'm sure she'll get some use out of them. But this one's mine, and it's my favorite. And this is out of mandala cakes. I held it double. I can't remember the colorway, and I have lost my ball band. But this is it. And I love the way these fit. They just drape really nicely over your shoulder. It just doesn't want to fly. It doesn't feel like it's going to just sling and fly off. But my favorite thing that I've made, which I have set somewhere. Hold on just a second. Let me find it. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pause you. Okay, I'm back. I have not blocked it. I haven't woven in all the ends. But this is called the Hope and a Future Wrap by Fiber and Fox. I believe her name is the name of her company. But it's Hope and a Future Wrap. I bought the pattern off Ravelry. It uses finger and weight yarn. And once I block it, all this will open up and it's going to look really pretty. It's already big. I mean, it's a whole lot wider than my wingspan. But here's all the pretty colors. I bought this months ago when she first released the pattern. I bought this and the yarn. It had a kit that you could get from Meg and Company. It's on their classic sock. It used the little black dress, Cinderella, and then a bunch of minis in different colors. And the name of those were Lilac Festival, Sangria, Golden Afternoon, Where It Never Rains, Apple Picking, Shoreline, and Sip on Sunshine. And I loved it. Now, it was a challenge because it is finger and weight yarn. They wanted me to use a 5 hook and a 5mm hook. I could not do it. It was too hard for me to work into that chain for the first row. And I bet I started this thing 5 or 6 times before I sit down. I thought, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm not going to let January go until I finish this pattern. And once I got started, it was really simple. The hardest thing was this, the black. I used the neck light, I used backlight, I used everything to get to work on this, and it took me twice as long to do the black as it did anything else on here. But I love it. That's about all I've got to talk about this first video. I hope to be back probably in the next couple days to post about what I'm actually working on now. I've got several little whips in process right now. I got several things that just need buttons, that just need just a couple rows left. I'm so bad about that because I really want to get on to the next thing. But I'll be back to talk about that, hopefully, like I say, in the next couple of days. If anybody has any questions, I'll have my email down below. I doubt anybody will see this, but if they do, just to let you know that I am here if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye-bye. I can't get this thing to turn off anytime I